Hey family, I ran into this beautiful woman in the hallway and she has a testimony, a story to tell about her journey with being pregnant over 40.
Well, the reason why I stopped is because this beautiful woman was walking down the hall near my hotel room, and I had to say to her husband, take a photograph of this beautiful woman. I found out she is 43 and pregnant, and I wanted her to know that I was 40 when I found out I was pregnant with my sixth child, and this is your sixth?
Number 6.
Yeah, so my sixth child at 40, and a lot of people said, oh, all these terrible things to me because I was 40 years old. So many things were possibly going to go negative because we're older. And I will tell you that it was one of the most amazing children. He's now 17 years old, and I'm 57 now, and he has literally worshiped the ground I walk on, because I think it's just because older mamas know more.
That's right.
Because we've already done this.
That's right.
We've done this 5 other times. We know what we're doing.
Yes.
So there's something credible. In fact, when people say, Michelle, how old are you? I happily say I'm more than half of 100. Because there's something credible about
Yes,
that.
it is. Yes,
There's
it
credibility in experience.
Yes.
So I didn't know you were a pastor, but we were bonding on lots of things, because obviously pregnant women face a lot of decisions. And you may tell them what I said about the vaccines?
Yes, tell them.
Okay, so I asked her a question that I'm going to ask all of you. My grandmother's 97, my mom is 77, I'm 57, and one of my daughters is 27. My grandmother had 1 vaccine in her lifetime before she was 18 years old. My mom had 2, I had 4. My kids had 14. How much do you think our grandbabies and babies are probably going to get before they're 18 years old? And nobody ever knows the answer. But the answer is 72. But if you follow the CDC schedule, before they're 18 years old, and if you also add the COVID vaccine that they just added to the childhood schedule, it will be 92 before they're 18 years old. And you think you're being a really good mama if you're going and doing what the pediatrician says, but you have no idea. The pharmaceutical companies have incentivized that pediatrician with money, that if 60% of their practice complies with the CDC schedule, they get $200,000 up to over $1 million a year extra incentive just to vaccinate your baby. So I assure you, it is worth it to follow organizations like Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s organization called oh my goodness, I don't want to escape me. It's like crazy that I'm saying this, but ICanDecide.com. I Can Decide, and there is a wonderful news organization called The Highwire. People should tune into that. We're successful in almost all litigation when it comes to that. But the thing I also wanted her to know was Nurses Out Loud Talk Radio. That's what I'm on. We are in the top 1% in the world, and we're basically telling the stories about what happened since 2020, that all of you had something you witnessed or you saw. Maybe you were bullied into having to get the COVID cookie. We call it a cookie on my platform because it's a no-no to say the B word. So COVID cookie, or maybe you were forced out of college, or you couldn't go to college if you didn't get it. So we're helping people get justice for that and making sure you know, and there's a lot of people, we're talking millions of people who've been injured by it. So we're trying to get help for the people who've been injured by it and getting the word out. So I'm Nurse Michelle with 1 L, .rn on Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah.
So follow her, you guys. She has a lot of good information. I'm going to be following her, and I'm going to take in all of this information and knowledge that she dropped on me today that I'm so thankful for.
It's a lot.
And I'm going to definitely act on what she's giving me today, because I already kind of been hearing some of this stuff, but not really in detail like what she was sharing with me on today. And I do believe that a lot of the autism and stuff like that that we're seeing with our children, it may definitely come from these vaccines. So checking her out is definitely worth it.
Well, on that autism, I'll just say this, that CDC can no longer say that vaccines do not cause autism, because it's been proven that they have zero proof to ever support the claim that vaccines do not cause autism.
Wow.
So they can't even say those words anymore because it was a lie.
Wow.
And as far as black people in general, there's so many more risks. So there's been things that we're waiting to be exposed. It looks like we know the MMR vaccine definitely harms little black boys, particularly. So we do not want anybody, we're really encouraging people to stay clear of it, learn more about them. You may know more about the car seat your kid is in than what's actually being injected into their body.
And that's so true, because I'm a witness. But I don't want to leave without saying this. Isn't she beautiful? So beautiful. She's like a doll. And don't play with her, don't play with me, and don't play with Jesus. And y'all tune back in.